Yes, how are you going? I wanted to have a chat today, or a conversation with you today around Odoo and developing modules. So I've called it our Odoo developers. Now, Vuente as a business has built its has created its system, or the Vuente CRM, on the foundations of Odoo. So what we'd like to say that we've done is actually probably simplified it and tried to automate it a bit more for the other users. Now, when I say other users, I feel that there's still quite a complex layer in Odoo. Not that I've actually signed in and used their SaaS version, but I've certainly sort of seen that there's a lot of complexities, a lot of selection, let's call it, a lot of information, but not really anything with what I'm going to call consistency. So I'm sure that your businesses, as you listen to this as an Odoo developer, or in that space of developing Odoo, the Odoo product, you'll know that in effect the product really is still got a few challenges around it, from getting people on board to use the system as promptly as possible. Okay, so what happened? What we're doing here is we're really moving towards a sales-focused business this year. Okay, now like everybody's fundamentally sales-focused, and I understand that. I've been around business for a few years now, and really it's about how good a service do we provide, and what systems have we got, and what support do we offer. Now, I've worked with quite a number of developers over the last 4 or 5 years in the Odoo environment. And what I've seen is, with our different countries and cultures and timelines and all of these different areas or things to consider, for myself, I've put in a lot of hours, what I'll call different shifts, to work with countries like India. I've woken early in the morning hours to work with people in the Philippines and Morocco, and it makes it very demanding to keep the energy going and keep the passion burning. Now, I just want to flick over to the next slide that I've put together. So if I have a look, we're really looking at there's a lot of hard work and effort when we're really starting up our business. Now, again, when I started building Vuente, it was very clear where I was going. It was I'm the only one who had the clarity, but it was a vision, and it was bringing it all together and creating, in effect, a model that could pretty much seamlessly allow the workflow to just go through. Now, Odoo does a great job of that, and just, the whole workflow goes through the business. And what we needed to do was actually get people who can help from a development point of view to, in effect, do the same. So if we look at McDonald's, they've got great systems out the back. Yeah, they bring on people that have got a great attitude or a desire to make more money when they go through their recruitment process. And when they get into maintaining control, it's not so much they're maintaining control, but they're setting up quality and things like that. So they're training people and bringing them on board so that they can follow their systems. Now, it's probably even worth me changing that word there to training. Yeah, or training. So even this video as I speak is training people into the systems, and that's what I'm doing right now. Is I'm training you into the way that we've set Vuente up to be able to roll it out. So now I'm moving in through my systems, and we're rolling out. Now, ultimately, the system that we would like to sell is at the base, it's Odoo, but the automation and the customer base is Vuente. Okay, so we've set up a lot of standards now, just to be able to tie the automation together, the systemization, the training, the recruitment, and really we've tried to bring that hard work and effort back into a more simplified and streamlined way of doing things. So let me just sort of break away from that a little bit, and I'll bring a little bit of confusion in, I'll call it. But if we just have a look here, what we're doing is we're taking these sections or these segments of growing a business, and we're just starting to add a little bit more of the what's happening. Okay, so when we get going and we've gone out, we've got our first sale as a new business. We've gone out, we've worked, we're working really hard. Like I've said, we're working lots of hours. Cash flow is not necessarily great, but we're really working ourselves to keep the customers. And I've seen a number of you that hopefully watching this video, just going out in startup after you left your other business, getting going for yourself, and you're really focused and really driven on giving that customer service. And I applaud you for that. Yeah, it's a tough gig to put everything in place. Now, once your business, you've provided the service, and now your business is starting to grow a bit more, you've got your recruitment process. Okay, so now you're bringing people on. You've still got those cash flow problems because either A, you've saved, or B, you've been so overwhelmed that you may have had some money to come in, or however you've moved it or worked it, you're going to go through that cash flow. Yeah. And the people that you brought on board, even like I'm doing right now, again, I'm trying to build consistency in the way that I communicate, so my communication methods are consistent. And I know that when I speak to a lot of you, that I'm working with people who are like-minded. We've got an aligned value. Yeah. So our work ethics are the same, our integrity is fundamentally the same, but really the communication in different time zones becomes the problem. Yeah, so that's why I'm trying to do this, just so we can streamline our business and we can work together, sort of as developing Odoo and building the Vuente customer base. So as long as we work on getting the right support, which is by me having the right people here, and we can sell, you can provide us a service to help our community grow, right? So what we're looking at is, we get the sales, yeah, we can come to you for additional service support to build the modules that are needed for Odoo, while we manage the customer satisfaction and the conversations, and we can feed that back in via video blogs. Okay, so when we get a major request, it will go out to the community and it will be asked. And fundamentally now, I know that we've set our standards up, and I imagine that we've got normally in the area of a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. Okay, so that's what I'm anticipating. For sure there'll be some big models or big businesses requirements, but a lot of our standards are set up now to just be able to insert and critique. So our systems are pretty well in place. Our standardization is pretty well in place. We're still working on our quality control, our procedures, again, like I'm doing right now, and our documentation. Now, let me just flick across actually, I'll pause this. So, no, what I'll do is I'll call that video 1. And if you have a look at video 2 down below, you're going to start to see, I'll talk a little bit more about how our video blogs are working, using Odoo and the slide as a vlog. All right, so I'll talk to you on the next one, and really appreciate your time. Thank you. Bye.